Everybody, Joe here, and happy Wednesday. So I talk about minimalism and my health, and I just try to be raw and real and honest. If you're new to my channel, welcome. And for all of you that continue to watch and support me, thank you so much. So anybody who's watched my videos before know that I normally try to put videos out on Tuesday, but stuff came up yesterday and that just didn't happen. So I'm putting out a video today. This week is, or this week, or is it next week? Anyway, I don't have the exact date saved where I went minimal, but basically this week, 5 years ago, is when I went minimal, when I decided to do minimalism and simple living. It was basically, I had to declutter super quickly because where I was moving to, there wasn't the space. And so, in order for everything to fit, I had to pare way down. And I'm like, well, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to go minimal and pare way down and try it out. And 5 years later, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I know some people do like 5 things they've learned in 5 years or something, and honestly, I just like to talk. So we'll see how this goes. I have moved a lot in the past. I'm the type that ends up moving around a lot. And as some of you know, before I went minimal, I had a lot of stuff, as I've said. And moving was always ridiculous. Because I was always like organized and things were put away. So it never looked like a ton or looked like a lot because I would organize it and have it put away in such a way that it didn't seem that bad. I mean, I like things tidy and to have a spot, and which is fantastic. But it's a little ridiculous when you own like 60 coffee mugs. So, or have, 80 boxes and bags worth of stuff. And that's after decluttering half your stuff and after decluttering another 20, 30 boxes before that. So it's just a lot. Now, I have living room furniture. I have kitchen stuff, bathroom stuff, and bedroom stuff. But I basically could fit everything I own in about, well, with kitchen stuff it's complicated because there's stuff that's fragile, and pots and pans and utensils and all that stuff. But I would say I probably could fit everything I own into 10 to 15 boxes. Now I know amount doesn't matter, but for me, kind of measuring things out by room or how much, it's just because I've moved so much in my lifetime, it's just kind of how I explain things. So, and how much I own fluctuates. Like now, living with someone, I own more than when I was living alone, because you need more when you're living with someone. And there's, their stuff and your stuff, and then stuff you need together. And it's a compromise. Minimalism has definitely simplified things for me. And a big reason I do it is because of my health. The simpler things are, the less there is to manage, the more I can still do on my own. And that was a big factor for me. How I gauge if it's starting to get out of hand is when I'm struggling to manage it. Because, some there's not always people around to help, and there's not always, people have lives and things of their own, and especially with how the world's right now, it's just crazy. So I try to keep things to where I can manage it. And if I can't manage it, then it's too much. So Marissa from Marissa Zen, her channel is awesome, by the way. You should check it out. But she also just recently celebrated 5 years of minimalism, and she had people write in their comments, say you're a minimalist without saying you're a minimalist. And what I said was that I can do the bare minimum and have my place still look clean and tidy for weeks. So, and that's what I love, is because I will have people think that I cleaned before they came over, or I clean all the time, and that is not the case. I mean, I probably have, but it's just nice when you're minimal that there's less to dust. And, if the floor needs to be vacuumed, it's easier. And, doing dishes, you're doing dishes probably more often than if you had more dishes. But it's just really simple and spacious, and you're not using up all your cabinet space. I mean, and some of the ways that minimalism has transferred besides belongings for me is in my eating habits and in my cleaning habits. So I have a natural cleaner that's you dilute in a bottle with water, and you basically make the cleaner as you spray it on and leave it on for a few minutes, and it cleans and it sanitizes, and it's a natural cleaner. And so I have one cleaner that I use for everything. Now there are other things that, or I have the soap dispensers in the bathroom that I just have a thing of hand soap, and I just refill the soap dispensers and call it good. I have a natural soap that I use that works for both my body and my hair. So just things like that where it's just super simple. I apologize if you can hear my neighbors. They can be loud. And this video is getting long. And as far as eating goes, because I live minimal, because I'm not buying stuff all the time, because most of the stuff I own I've had for at least 2 years minimum. Most of it, a lot of it I've had since I was a young adult, teenager. And I've just made it work through the different stages of my life and the different moves. That because I'm not spending money on stuff, I can get organic produce and organic meat and the better cheeses, because it's just, because I'm doing simpler meals, so my food budget makes it possible to eat better and get the good stuff. And that is, and how minimalism has benefited me in the past 5 years. And on the final note, I will say that with my last move, when I moved from where I was to where I am now, because of minimalism, I was able to pack up my entire place the week of the move. I think like a day or 2 or 3 before, I basically had everything packed and ready to go. And it was just super, super simple. So I would love to hear if you're interested in minimalism, if you're interested in simple living, if you already are, to kind of let me know in the comments or on Instagram or by emailing me kind of what minimalism looks like for you, or how long you've been minimal or simple or intentional or whatever you want to call it. And I'm just here to support you and to encourage you and just kind of, this is my creative outlet. So thank you for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. And I don't know how to link them, but I will have my email and my Instagram in the description box. Thank you for watching. Bye.